Welcome to Missouri Sports Talk. I'm your host, Cameron Staley, and today we've got high school basketball predictions, small schools, classes 1, 2, and 3. Tonight, I will be at Warrenton versus Bowling Green. You'll see those highlights in the morning. Last week, kind of took the week off. We had a lot of snow, a lot of ice, and that led to a lot of cancellations. So I didn't get the opportunity to go out last week. My bad. It happens. So I took the week off. I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go this week. I'll be out on the road tonight. I should be on the road tomorrow, and then I'll be on the road again on Friday. So lots of highlights coming. Let's take a look back 2 weeks ago now, I suppose. The Class 1 scoreboard from 2 weeks ago, St. Elizabeth, they beat Jamestown 74-41. Iberia and Stoutland, they had a big game. Lots of scoring in that one. 90-80 is the final. Let's go to a game that didn't really have any scoring. Chamois beats Calvary Lutheran 45-27. Atlanta, they defeated Milan 69-40. Billings, they beat Ashgrove 63-41. And Bramer, they beat Hardin Central 76-32. I heard that they got banned from their conference. I don't really know a whole lot about that. I heard there was an incident with a player and, got in a little scuffle with an opposing coach. And then there were some parents that went at it as well. So lots of drama there. So I can't really speak any further. That's just about all I know off of that. I know Bramer has a really bad reputation. When I was there week 3 for football, I was treated great. They were happy to see me. That's one of my most viewed videos ever on YouTube. So I personally did not see that side of Bramer. Like, everybody was so nice to me. So I don't know if they just have a bad rep from a few years ago or what. Class 2 scoreboard from this past week. Crane defeated Clever. I did not see that one coming. Crane's a good basketball team, 10-3. Maybe I need to stop sleeping on them. 67-61 is the final there. Crestridge, they beat Concordia 58-47. Good win for the Cougars. Hartville, 55-24. They just don't let Liberty get that ball, huh? Keep away. Eugene, they defeated Lincoln 62-27. Good win for Eugene. They're rolling right now. I believe they're number 2 in Class 2 in the media polls. Canton, they defeated Schuyler County 68-41. That's what I was talking about. Schuyler County, they just haven't seen any competition. They're racking up those wins, but it's, 2-3 win teams that they're playing. So they play some good competition and they end up going down. Bunker defeated East Carter 46-41. I feel like that was pretty expected. Bunker is now 11-0. Class 3 from last week. Cape Central and Scott City did not happen. You'll see in the bottom right, Washington and Herman did not happen. Dixon defeats Bell 56-42. This is what I was talking about with Bell. They have a problem shooting right now. They can't put the ball in the bucket. Bishop LeBlanc defeats Lafayette County. Both these teams are ranked right now, so that's a really good win for the Eagles. Puxico, they're rolling number 3 in Class 2 right now. Twin Rivers, they can't get it done, sitting at 11-5. And North Platte, they defeated Tarkio 72-43. This is a good win for North Platte. Now, let's go ahead and get to this week's predictions. We've got 18 really good games. I got the schedule rundown here. I'll try to remember to say the day and the time. Out of our 18 games, we've got 3, 6, 10. 10 of our 18 games that I'm going to talk about are happening tonight. So if you're not seeing this on Tuesday, I'm sorry. Most of these games have already gone by. At 6:30 tonight, Chamois will be hosting Prairie Home. I think Prairie Home gets this one done. They're receiving votes, so they're just right outside of the top 10 in Class 1. 72.8 points per game. I think that's going to be too much for the Pirates tonight. Kingsville, I think that they're going to beat Sherwood tonight. That game is at 7 o'clock at Kingsville. They're tied for 10th in the media polls this year in Class 1. Bell City, they are hosting Puxico. I think you guys know how high I am on Puxico. I'd probably be at multiple of their games if they weren't I think they're 3.5 hours away from me, so that's just not happening. I'm sorry to say it, but when you get down south, it's a lot of farmland, so Probably won't be making it out to a Puxico game this year, but they are third in Class 2. They have a win over Chadwick, the number 1 team in Class 1. I think they're going to be way overwhelming for Bell City. St. Elizabeth is hosting Blair Oaks tonight. This is a 7:30 game. Blair Oaks has their number. The past 2 years, these have been very close games. I don't know if it's really going to be that close this year. Blair Oaks just had a really good win against Fatima. I think it was 66-39. I was there. Didn't film that one. I went to the JC game before that and then ended up being able to catch that Blair Oaks game. But it was an entertaining game. Blair Oaks, they're looking good this year. I got to see them beat Eugene as well. St. Elizabeth sitting at 7-5. Blair Oaks is receiving votes in Class 4, so I do think they get it done over the Hornets. The Faith Christian Academy Knights will be hosting Plattsburgh on Friday night at 8:30. This is a late one. Faith Christian sitting at 10-2. They're receiving votes currently 69.6 points per game. They're going to shoot their way to a win here at home. The Class 1 game of the week, it's got to be Green City versus Salisbury. Now, both of these teams got third place last season. Class 1 for Green City and Class 2 for Salisbury. The Panthers, they ended up losing a lot of production, so they're kind of slumping a little bit this year. They're sitting at 6-5. Green City, they got better. They're 8-0 currently. They're looking good. This may be my early Class 1 champs right now. I may be riding with Green City at the moment. They're tied for second in the rankings in Class 1, shooting 78.9 points per game. I think that's going to be too much for Salisbury. Give me Green City in the Class 1 game of the week on Monday. Now on to Class 2. Hayti versus South Pemiscot tonight, or I should say today. Let's see, what time am I filming this? It's currently 3:39 as I speak. I'm going to try to get this up at 5 o'clock. This game actually starts at 4. So when this game is like almost over is when this video is going to be uploaded to YouTube. So I think Hayti ends up winning this game. They're receiving votes right now. 71.6 points per game. They are 29-14 since 2008 against the Bulldogs. I think they make that 30. Slater versus Pilot Grove tonight at 7:30. Slater is 61.2 points per game. They've won over Glasgow. That is something that Pilot Grove cannot say. That's one of Pilot Grove's losses. So give me Slater in this one. Westran versus Scotland County. This one's going to be fun. I think I actually predicted this during football, and I said Scotland County was going to win, and Westran ended up getting it done. And then I had some comments about that. They're like, "Oh, you think Westran's bad, huh?" I wasn't high on Westran during football. I do think they have a good basketball team, though. They're currently receiving votes in Class 2, 60 points per game. They're 7-2 since 2017 against Scotland County. Make that 8-2. Give me the Westran Hornets. Harrisburg versus Sacred Heart. This is going to be a fun one here in Class 2. Harrisburg currently 8-1. Sacred Heart 7-2. Harrisburg is number 4 in Class 2 currently, and they're shooting 65.6 points per game. You know, Sacred Heart is a great team out of Sedalia, but I don't think they're going to be able to get it done against Harrisburg. The Class 2 game of the week has to be Norwood versus Hartville. Now, Hartville, they like to hold the ball. Big keep-away team. So, Norwood, they are shooting, 72.8 points per game this season. That is crazy. They're currently number 1 ranked in Class 2 compared to Hartville's number 6 in Class 2. But I think they may have some issues. If Hartville keeps the ball from them, then they can't score 73 points per game. I do think that Norwood will get this one done, but it's going to be a close game. I see this one going either way. This one is a Friday night game. I think the Pirates win. Schuyler County versus Atlanta. I'm going to take the away team. I'm just not super high on Schuyler County. I've said that multiple times already. Atlanta, they are 9th in Class 1 currently. scoring 72.8 points per game. They share that in common with Norwood, both of them 72.8 points per game. So that's an interesting thing for you here. I believe Atlanta will go up to 10-2 on the season. Class 3 scoreboard, Bishop LeBlanc versus Mid Buchanan. I'm not 100% certain if this game's going to happen. Mid Buchanan had it posted on their Misha, but Bishop LeBlanc didn't. So I'm not certain if this game's going to happen 100%, so that's on me if it doesn't. They actually played back on the 11th as well in a tournament, so I don't know if Mid Buchanan just messed that up on accident. You know, the AD put this one on the 14th by mistake or what, but Bishop LeBlanc, they beat Mid Buchanan 55-51 on January 10th. So I think it was the 10th. I could be wrong about that. Maybe the 11th. But they're sitting at 6 in Class 3, Mid Buchanan receiving votes. So I'm going to take Bishop LeBlanc, but like I said, not 100% certain if this game is actually happening. Iberia versus Bell. Bell shooting not that good. Like I can't remember what it was. 55 points per game, I want to say it was when I looked. But Iberia is up at 68.9. This is an 8-3 all-time record dating back to 2010 is when the Misha book has everything in there. So I will take Iberia here. I think they may get it done pretty easily against Bell. The Class 3 game of the week is tonight at 7:30. Palmyra versus Kirksville. I thought about going to this one. I put it up for a vote. Warrenton ends up winning, so that's where I'll be tonight. But this is a big game. They just played back on January 10th, 4 days ago, and Palmyra won 62-57, I believe was the score there. So they ended up beating them by 5. Now they have home court advantage. That was in a tournament. This one is on home court. I think it's going to be easier for them. They're ranked 9th in Class 3. Kirksville currently receiving votes in Class 4, but I do think the Panthers will end up getting this one done. Lafayette County versus St. Paul Lutheran. I think Lafayette County is a better team here. They're 10th in Class 3, 62.9 points per game. I think the Huskers get it done. This is a team that really intrigues me. I'm going to try my hardest to go out and see them for a game this year. This is a team that can score, and it's a physical team. They're always good at basketball and baseball and football. You know, this is a sporting school out in a little town. So I need to start going and seeing them a little more often. Bowling Green versus Van Far. I'm sorry to say it. We may be hearing a lot of "play us in football" chants from the Bowling Green crowd. I think Van Far is going to get this one done. They are sitting at 12-1 currently. One loss this whole entire season, and that was in the Centralia Invitational. They're 10th in Class 2. They're scoring 63.7 points per game. Bowling Green, they're a solid team. I don't think they can keep up with the Van Far Indians. East Prairie versus Scott City to end off the day, and then I'll make my way to Warrenton after I edit this video. Scott City, they are 8th in Class 3, 75.9 points per game. East Prairie, I believe they're receiving votes in Class 3. They're not anywhere near 75.9 points per game, if I'm correct. I think they're under 70. Could be wrong about that, but I do think Scott City gets this one done. I think they're the better team. I think they get this one done on the road. That's a Friday night game. Bowling Green, Friday night game. Lafayette County is a Thursday night game. And then, I think that's really all I missed, right? But that's all it's going to be for today. We'll have large school predictions, so 4, 5, and 6 on Thursday. So stay tuned for that. This has been Missouri Sports Talk. We'll see you next time.